Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Volt White. Sorry about that pause, I thought there was a problem with the audio. So, yeah, in the last part, we explored Icirrus City, and started our adventure in Route 8. And in this part, we're going to continue moving on in Route 8. Finding what kinds of cool items are going to be here. Also, yeah. Excuse me. This is going to be a common occurrence, isn't it? Hey, it's a Swalot. Swalot is a reasonably tanky, pure poison type, the evolved form of Gulpin. However, I don't care that much about it, because it's not really that good. Item, hey, TM Sludge Bomb. Yes. I'm liking that. TM Sludge Bomb is a 90 base power, poison type move. Chance of poisoning, and no one can learn it. It's special based. So, it would be pretty good for quite a lot of non-poison types. Because most poison types are physical attackers, for the most part. Ah. Excuse me again. Surf across. Son of a bee. Frickin' Stunfest, man. You know, whatever. Just die already. Get out. Wow, really? Actually survived it? Jeez. That's impressive. Seriously, it is. Okay, so... What's... you were looking at me. You're supposed to fight me if you look at me. That's how trainers work. But no. Maybe think you were an NPC, so I talked to you and you battled me. Doesn't really matter, because I battled you anyway, but still. Okay, so... Jellicent is a water and ghost type. It's the evolved form of Frillish, and I'm completely unable to do any kind of realistic damage to it. Yeah, so Jellicent is well known for having the Cursed Body ability, which will disable the move that was used on that has a chance of disabling the last physical move that was used on it. And it's a pretty good special attack, special defense. It has a lot of HP and a lot of special defense, so it can tank special pretty well, and it can pretty much counter most physical attacks by, well, most. It'll discourage you from using physical attacks by having by potentially disabling them, or apparently any attacks at all. Okay, okay then. That's annoying. It could also have the water absorbability, but Cursed Body is far more effective for the most part. Kingler is a Generation 1 Pokemon with high physical attack, and that's about it. There's really not much you can say about it, apart from the fact that in Generation 1 and 2, it had a signature move, which was Crab Hammer, which was completely unsuited to it because it was forced special move because it was a water type. Full heal, nice. Oh dear. You? Ooh, yay, TM Facade. That's a nice move. Base 70 power, and it doubles power when you're affected by certain major status effects, such as, well, the the exact list are poison, burn, and paralysis. Seeing as the other two major, seeing as the other major status effect prevents you moving. Or rather, always prevents you moving. Seeing as paralysis prevents you moving as well. Hi there, trainer. Come at me. Come at me, fisherman. Fisherman Bruce has a basculin, of course. Most fishermen do in Generation 5. Or in Unova. Because that's like the only fish in Unova aside from Jellicent. And Frillish. Frillish and Jellicent. And I guess a Lobomola as well. Point is, there aren't that many. There aren't that many Pokemon that can be accessed for fishing in normal Unova. In Black and White. Before the end game. Of course, in the hack, you can get loads of Pokemon through fishing, but it's not really the point, is it? Ugh, excuse me. Sniffles today for some reason. Oh well. Whiscash. Whiscash is a cool Pokemon, actually. I like it a lot. It's a water ground type, which is one of my most favourite types. Favourite type combinations, because it only has one weakness, albeit 4 times. And does pretty good in it's pretty good at tanking, and it can hit really hard with physical attacks, surprisingly enough. I don't know its stats specifically because I've never actually looked anything up about it, but I know for a fact that it's pretty good with Earthquake. Also has another basculin. Come on out then, Bantha. Give him a taste of some lightning, shall you? Shall we? And Intimidate, of course. Stop yawning, mages. It's not acceptable. Wild Charge. Zap zap. Smack. Get out. Yeah, recoil is nasty. It's annoying that my moves rely that one of my most useful moves is a recoil move, but it's that or stick with 65 base power, and I'm not willing to do that. 65 base power ain't that good. Thunderfang's special abilities of chance to paralyze and chance to flinch is really good, but when I used a Stoutland in my personal playthrough, I almost never found myself actually bothering to use Thunderfang, simply because of the power difference between that and Return. Even super effective, a full-powered Return back with Stab is more powerful than a super effective. Sorry, a stab boosted Return is still more powerful than a super effective Thunderfang. So I found myself almost never using it. I thought I might as well try Wild Charge on it instead. Switching stuff around because I can. There we go. Bantha and Muscles are next levels. You? Yep. Yay, another trainer. Lumi has a Flareon. Flareon is the least liked, for the most part, the least liked evolution. Fire type with high physical attack, but given almost no physical fire type moves. It's a serious problem for a physical attacker to not have any physical stab moves. Sure, it does pretty well with stuff like Double Edge, but It's not stab boosted. Nintendo and Game Freak really seem to hate Flareon as well, because not once have they, since the introduction of the physical special split in Generation 4, not once in any of the games have they decided to allow Flareon to learn Flare Blitz. Or Flare Blitz, yeah. Flare Blitz is the move that it really needs. But no, it has to settle for Fire Fang. And that was only introduced this generation. Flygon? My goodness. These guys are getting serious, aren't they? Flygon. Flygon is a ground and dragon type. Not quite as nasty as Garchomp, but still a threat to be reckoned with. Just on account of it being a dragon type. Dragon types all have really good stats. Even Altaria has really good stats compared to other flying types. Most other flying types. They're not very well distributed, but still. Yeah, Flygon's a really good Pokemon. I've used one a couple of times, and every single time I've used one, including my latest playthrough Colosseum, they've been brilliant. Flygon is an amazing Pokemon. It gets far less love than it really deserves, because it's overshadowed by Pokemon like Garchomp, which are ridiculous. Because they're the same type, people compare them, but they're not really. And they are built to do the same kind of thing. They're both physical sweepers. However, Flygon isn't as good as Garchomp. That doesn't mean it's not good. It's just not as good as the ridiculous thing that came just afterwards. Also gonna heal up because why not? Oh hey, it's Team Plasma. Okay. Heat Rock. Heat Rock is an item that increases the duration of Sunny Day. That's basically all it does. It increases the duration of Sunny Day, of the move Sunny Day. It increases it to 8 turns rather than 5, which is a long time. It's a big improvement, but if you can, you might as well just use Drought Ninetales. Drought Ninetales isn't that easy to get in. Drought Ninetales and Drizzle, Politoed aren't that easy to get in main game. Certainly they weren't. I don't think they were actually possible to get before Black and White 2. But this hack obviously fixes that. Fight me! Yeah. So, weather effects, really helpful in most cases. Very, very detrimental in some, because they're working against you. I mean, I personally, I don't like using weather effects, because I feel they're pretty cheap for the most part. They're pretty OP, really. But hey. They're an option in the game, so you know they can be used, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't use them, but personally I don't like to. Hi Solar Beam, how's it going? Oh no, that's Synthesis. Get out. Fly is a good move. Yay! It's a big experience for a level up for muscles. Level 60. Ooh, an Archeops. Talked about this during Skylar's battle. My battle with Skylar. I might as well talk about it again, seeing as I don't seem to be able to figure out any kind of topic for myself. Archaeops is a rock and flying type with very high stats, but a quite detrimental ability, Defeatist, which I think it cuts the stats in half once it drops below half HP. That's a serious problem for it, considering rock flying isn't exactly the most sturdy of types. It's weak to quite a lot, although it isn't quadruple weak to anything actually. Also, the ability only cuts, I think, attack and speed by half, rather than it doesn't cut all stats by half. That would be pretty horrible. The Cinccino. Cinccino is a normal type that focuses almost entirely upon multi-hit moves for the most part, because of its 3 potential abilities. Technician, well, 2 of its 3 abilities. Technician and Skill Link. Technician boosts the power of any move with a base power below 60 by, I think, 50%. I may be wrong, but... And Skill Link means that every multi-hit move always hits 5 times, making them far more effective. Far more effective and far more efficient to use. Far more reliable. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, I'm going to sort out the team, and I'll come back to finish off the exploration of Route 8. I think it's pretty much done now anyway. But I'll look to see what on earth this cave thingy was. So, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.